back. Welcome to Pendragon week something or other. I don't know, 5 or 6. My whole screen is covered with fucking crap everywhere, so... gotta do a little camera work here. Rather than do my announcements, I'm gonna toss the ball. Kai, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty well. I finished all my finals and I'm ready for the summer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. This is going to be a great start to the summer.
Are you excited to be playing in the Stars Without Numbers campaign that I will be running
Yes, and
starting
everyone
Friday in
who's
2
watching
weeks?
right now should go watch that in 2 weeks.
Yeah. All the people of the future past or past future to check that out. In fact, if you want to head to, I'll put the link in the description of the video. It'll be for the wiki. I think it's called deepblack.wikia.com, where you can learn about the campaign and everything that's happening there, because there's lots of planets. It's a Stars Without Numbers game, so... and it sounds like Kai is going to be playing the ship's gunnery officer. Nothing like giving Kai control of the weapons of a starship capable of destroying a planet.
Oh, that's a definite reason to watch that, because there will definitely be some drama there.
Yep.
How many planets will he lose before they stop me?
He's a madman. And you, the audience, can vote on which missions you'd like to see the players participate in. So, yeah, if you want to see missions that involve orbital bombardment to let Kai do his thing, vote for them. Or submit mission ideas to let him do that. Join Team Kai today. Alright, Eric, how are you doing this week?
Doing fairly well. So, back home in California, and well, while Kai is enjoying the end of finals and the start of summer, I am enjoying the end of finals and now the start of 8 to 10 day study sessions a day. So, things are fun.
Welcome to the real life. Although I guess you've already been there because you've been in college for a couple of years. Oh man. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate dreaming about missing a final? Literally the worst thing in the world.
Oh yeah, my math final did not go well this week.
Ah, yes, the hated math final.
And no, it was a freaking memorization test. Like you... Ugh. Okay.
I do not wish to condemn public schools or use this as a forum to do so, but I just want to say, it seems weird that we put such an emphasis on math and science and almost nothing on arts, performance and theater and creativity. Memorization is not the key to getting ahead in the world. If it was, we would all be robots. Alright, now that I'm down from my soapbox. Anash, how are you doing this week?
I'm good.
I see you've got a nice Heineken there.
Oh yeah, that's from like years ago now.
Yep.
But yeah, I had a good week. It's actually been damn relaxed because over here courts go on vacation every summer. So work is quite chilled out. I have a 6-hour work day instead of like a 12 to 14-hour work day. So that ends,
Nice.
like I got one more week of that, but it'll get a bit more serious now the last week. I mean the next week. Yeah, well, other than that, things have been good. The game that you hate has been going really well. The V20 game on which is
The
play by
vampire
post.
game?
Yeah, play by
I don't
post.
necessarily hate it. I just ruthlessly mock it.
It's actually, like I was telling you, I think it's the best way to play it
Okay.
because of the way you've got like so many forums set up for this one game. You can have interactions with other players. You can have things going on that other people can see, but you can also be doing stuff in secret. So especially when you're planning stuff that you don't want the other players to know about, you can make that happen as well. So it's quite interesting. Like they won't know where your haven is. They won't know if the guy is actually a ghoul or not. You know.
Fantastic.
So you can do a lot of interesting stuff. Like you could even have embraced someone illegally, and no one will really know about it. You know.
I feel like, Anash, if I ever was not going to be your friend anymore, I would play a game of diplomacy with you. I don't know if you know what diplomacy is, but
Oh,
the secrecy
yes.
and backstabbing in that game is fantastic.
Yeah, if you ever want to just destroy friendships, that's the game to play.
Yeah. And if you play Turkey
I
or
don't know.
Russia, with your friend. If one of you is Turkey and the other is Russia, it's basically game over. You're both gonna kill each other. Man, that's a suicide pact right there.
Oh, wait, there's this great image about like different board games, just looking at each other. Like, I've broken up so many friendships, and then like I've broken up so many friendships, and then there's like Monopoly right at the end of it, going, "Bitch, please." Like,
I don't think Monopoly's got shit on diplomacy, man.
yeah.
No, just in volume, even if its
And
percentage isn't as high.
What about Mario Kart? What does it have on that?
Oh man, Mario Kart! I make friends on Mario Kart. I play
Yeah.
on that. I used to play on like the Wii U with my sister, and then we would like team up and fire what's the blue shell, the one that knocks out the leader.
The one that
Yep.
destroys friendships?
You just sit right behind them with that blue shell out, and they're like, "When is he gonna fire it? When is he gonna fire it?" And I'm like,
God.
After
You're
I think I found the
sadistic.
one which says diplomacy is like hardcore. Hang on,
"Yes, diplomacy."
I'm gonna share this. Ooh, where is Skype?
I can't open the Skype thing yet, but I'll check it during the break.
Yeah, I've linked it in Skype.
Excellent.
But it's good.
Kroama,
Yeah,
Kingmaker, how's that going?
you're really good getting into some first world stuff, and that's all wonky.
It's nice having first world problems, isn't it?
First world problems are the best kind of problems for Pathfinder.
Yeah. You're on the last book, right?
Yep.
Excellent. I want to hear how that ends. It's interesting how many different paths there are to the end in that, and then there's only one way to win. It's literally the Mass Effect of choices. Get it? Because there's so many ways to build your kingdom, but only one way to fail at the end. Okay, well, I have a couple announcements to make on my end. I, of course, have a hat. I have a number of new hats. So Sunday, it sounds like Plunder and Peril is going to happen, and then Monday is the launch for my new show, Saga of the Icelanders. So come watch that live at 8. Tuesday, I'm not sure what's happening Tuesday. It sounds like maybe Tuesday is getting canceled, and I'll be playing Dragon Age 2 in its spot. Wednesday, Deadlands is supposed to happen, but who knows there. Thursday is definitely canceled, and Stars Without Numbers being thrown in its place. And Friday, we
Wait,
have Reign of Winter.
there's a Stars Without Numbers?
Yeah, it's a one-shot. It's just a one-shot.
Is
Did
it?
you want in on it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let me get out my email notes, make a note to myself to get you in on that game.
And it's the summer, so I can actually do that sort of stuff.
Okay, so subject Kai in on Thursday game, and it's taking place in the northern half of the sector, not the stuff that I'll be linking in the wiki. So it's still going to be the Sky Sword campaign rather than the Deep Black campaign.
So back to my old character.
Yeah, it's back to being, murderous mercenaries rather than fiendish secret operatives with the death spaceship.
Are we ever the good guys?
I don't think I ever said anyone was the good guys. I don't think that's true.
I guess we're all just conflicted.
Well, it's nice having deep, complex characters whose only mission is murder.
Are we that deep and complex then?
Bring up so many good points. Alright, that's all I've got. The whole week is entirely in flux. Everything's canceled and new stuff's being put in its place. Who knows what wackiness can happen? When will the schedule be back to normal? I don't know. Is everyone good with this game next week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should not have any issue.
And my hat fell off. I just watched it happen again on stream. Fantastic. And Saturday, not Saturday, June 26th to 28th is APCon. We have the Season 2 Pathfinder Society Special Year of the Shadow Lodge that we're going to be running on the 27th. Come check it out. You can find all the info you need to sign up at apgaming.tv. Really cool. Let's jump back in here. We are at the beginning of the year 491. Some quick recap. Sir Robert Squire, Sir Hendrix, was going to be knighted by Sir Lilax the Undisputed, but Sir Robert snatched up Hendrix and made him one of his household bachelor knights,
Yeah, he's
which
my
he now
boy.
needs to maintain for £1 a year. He is poorly equipped and has no horse, but he is a knight. Sir Aurelius lost his wife and his newborn son Marcus.
Wait, didn't think I lost my son.
Yeah, you lost Lady Megan. Was that not your wife? Was it maybe a
Oh,
sister or something?
I lost the newborn, but I still have the other son. So I was just mixing up the people.
Sir Sasha had a new son, Abel, but one of his sons, Roger, died.
Yes, it was terrible.
It was rough. Sir Robert met a number of women, tried to run game on them, and it was much like watching Dragon Age 2, a horrible downward spinning failure that ended in him returning to his table and being ruthlessly mocked by his fellows. There's also a number of new squires on the field. Squire Cyprium has been dismissed, and we now have Ronald, Harold, and Carl with the C. Many interesting events occur in the year 491, and thanks to many important social events just briefly described, this year may take multiple sessions, or may take less than one. Court this year is held in London. There are no special guests at this court, as the king is in such a rage that no one would want to see him anyway. As we zoom in on the court at London, we see the three familiar women sitting outside on their very familiar-looking benches. It seems as if this bench just teleports to wherever the story is. And as do these women. And the first one says, "That duke, he deserves only the worst." And the elder one with now, like, graying hair, if we see her for the first time with, like, deep white gray hair, is like, "Can you believe the arrogance of Cornwall? How dare he insult our good and victorious king?" And the youngest woman says, "Don't you think this is just more bad news, though? The king fighting his own dukes. Who will be next? Duke Lindsay?" And the camera zooms to the front of the castle, in over the moat. The gates are up, and it comes to the feast hall at the front end of the castle, where we see our four knights gathered. There are numerous people in attendance that you could get news from, including Prince Madoc, Duke Brastius, Earl Roderick, and Duke Ulfius. Prince Madoc is also handing out royal conversation, and there are numerous intrigues going on as this many nobles gathered surely means a problem. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, that is what my family is known for. I shall go and see what I can find out from the people in the area, the people visiting.
Well, Aurelius will, of course, go and pay his respects to his lawful lord, Earl Roderick.
Sasha, did you roll... What was the 36 roll?
That's for something else.
Okay. You made a successful intrigue roll. Who is it you're speaking to at this feast in order to get this dishy, juicy gossip?
Again, nobody noble, probably a worker of some
Of
sort.
course, you wouldn't get intrigue from another noble. You would get intrigue from a dishwasher. So who exactly is it you're going to?
Probably a server. I'll ask for seconds to bring him back for more information.
Okay, you're being served, of course, by the noblewomen of the house. And just, well, no, that's how it works in this time period. The women are the servers.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's no comedy here.
No, it's more that I was trying to avoid the noble, and I answered that. Okay.
Well,
Yes, yes.
probably like someone's handmaiden or something.
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
Ranking girl. You guys aren't, listen, you guys are good knights, but you're not exactly Duke Brastius, okay? You're not going to be served by the Lady Elaine. You guys are some shit, but you're not that hot shit. All right. Let me get a name for this woman here. I think I had a pretty good one picked out. I do. She introduces herself she is somewhat obese and ugly, and she punches you in the shoulder when you ask her for information. She says, "Oh, don't you know who I am?"
Strong arm on you.
She says, "I'm Lady Catherine. I got some information, see? The Duke and his wife fled from Uther's court because the king made unwholesome advances upon the Lady Igraine. If you're savvy to what I'm saying there. The
I've
king
heard.
is half mad for the Duke's wife. This is not about rebellion, but lust. Just lust." And then she kind of like ribs you in the stomach and is like, "Lust, yeah. I mentioned that my father's looking to marry me off, Sir Trontios. Yeah. Got a hamlet outside of Tintergel.
Can't say I have any open spots.
I don't understand what that means."
Nothing. Thank you for your time.
You're making creepy references to your family tree.
Okay, Sir Trompiert, who was it you're talking to at the feast?
I think I'm talking to other knights squires.
Ah, of course. You speak to, well, you know what? You probably speak to young Squire Harold. So you call him over and he says, "My lord, even Prince Madoc has argued with his father about priorities and propriety. Seems that the prince has earned his father's distrust. It could be an issue." And then he stops stroking his... So he doesn't have a glorious and wonderful beard like me. He's got a short, like, scraggly, you know, like 15-year-old beard, like a little faux beard. He's just, like, scratching at it because it's all itchy. And then he wanders back off in the feast all hunchbacked.
Alrighty. Well, that's all I'll do with that information.
Is there anything any of the rest of you would like to do? I mean, this feast is happening, man.
Robert's at a feast, so he's
Is
probably
the Lady
drinking.
Elaine at this feast?
The Lady Elaine is at this feast. And I assume you mean Elaine, Earl Roderick's daughter?
Lady Elaine? No. Earl Roderick's daughter is Lady Jenna.
Lady Jenna. Yes, the Lady Elaine is at this feast. He has been happily married to one of Uther's knights.
Wait, is she married now?
Yes.
Oh, she got married?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
That didn't happen last time. Wait, what? When was this happening?
It has happened very recently.
Okay.
Since the wintering. Just remember,
Yeah.
we skipped from like the beginning of winter to the end of spring. How this game works.
Alright then.
Oh, well, I suppose that Aurelius will be wandering around and making fair talk with the ladies since he has lost yet another bride.
Yeah, I think that Lady Catherine comes up to you. You remember her as she was just hanging out with Sir Sasha? So, like, you get up from the table and start moving toward, like, the noble ladies, and she bumps into you, and it's like, "Oh, my apologies there, sir. Why, aren't you Sir Aurelius?"
I am.
"Why, my brothers would like to speak with you. They got a business proposition in mind. You should stop by my family's hamlet sometime this spring."
Yeah. I will certainly keep that in mind, fair maiden.
"Oh, yes, fair maiden, of course. Did I mention my father, Sir Trontios, is now too old and feeble to leave his bed, and is looking for a husband for me? Yeah."
Well, I am
So I
certainly
think, like,
apprised
you're trying to
that
move around her, and she, like, keeps moving in front of you.
So Aurelius is kind of too polite to just do what I think most of the other knights would do, which is just sort of barge through. So he's sort of, it takes him like 2 or 3 minutes to slowly kind of shift
Before you
around.
disentangle yourself, she starts talking about how her brothers are all, like, very skilled men-at-arms and sergeants who have heard. She's like, "They've heard about your little hospital there, your little church hospital. They've heard about how you're trying to help the sick. You founded that the Chevalier Order. They went in on it. They want to serve you, my lord. Haven't you ever wanted to take men into battle at your side?
Well, I'm always happy to meet men who are dedicated to such a mission. Perhaps I may drop by to meet them.
Oh yes, she says, remember the hamlet of Sir Trontios, out there outside of Tintagel. Just drop by anytime. I'll be waiting. Is the Lady Adwin still unmarried? Wasn't Adwin married to one of you?
Did she?
Yeah. Wasn't Adwin married to Sermond, right?
No, that's
No.
Leona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a lot of things. That are
I think Elaine is unmarried right now, right?
Was Adwin the older one?
No, that
Elaine-
was Lady Indig.
He just said Elaine just married.
Yes.
No, that
Elaine
was-
married.
Jenna is the Earl Roderick's daughter, though.
Yes. Lady
Yeah.
Jenna is not yet old enough to
Married.
be married off.
Okay.
She's very
Alright.
close. Lady Adwin is unmarried. And Lady Elaine is married. Lady Guiona has to be married off by Sir Trumpert, right?
Yep.
You're her male guardian, and Lady Indig is still unmarried. And we've learned that Lady Catherine is unmarried and looking for a husband.
Yes, then I'd like to find Lady Adwin and engage in some flirting.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, so Lady Adwin is actually surrounded by like a half dozen knights who are all, none of them are flirting with her. They're all like got drink in one hand and like a turkey leg in the other, and they're all boasting about how great they are at combat and how loyal they are to Earl Roderick. And she's just like, yes, yes, whatever. How are you approaching this situation?
Okay, here's how I'm going to describe it. I'm going to come up at the same time I'm like flirting with her, going to try and get all the other men to like saying they're all bothering her, and like try to get them all to go away.
Okay, all right. Interesting. I feel like you're definitely going to need to make a courtesy roll.
All right.
And if you can, like, goad them into being discourteous, you can be like, oh, are these gentlemen bothering you, milady? And you also have to make a flirting roll.
All right.
Let's see how smooth you are. Yep, it works. You're just like, are these men bothering you, milady? Yeah. And, your squire comes up and runs interference for you. And probably, like, spills some wine on one of them and, like, trips another one. Yeah. So, within, like, 10 or 15 seconds, the area's cleared out. It's just you and Lady Avon, and she just rolls her eyes, and she's like, it's you. You're back again.
Oh. Well, that's promising.
Quite promising.
She says, oh, Roderick has promised me to another man. You need not waste your affections upon me, Sir Trumpet. Perhaps someone far less wealthy than I is a woman you should be aiming for.
And you think yourself so high?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do. I have 4 knights who are pledged loyally to me and whoever I should marry. And 2 manors beside. Many of the knights who are pledged to me are themselves at least as glorious as you are at battle, sir. And while you may be one of the favorite of the realm now for your great strength in killing Saxons, I've heard of the way you fight. At some point, quite soon, you will end up dead. And that is not a man who I would marry. Perhaps someone more sensible.
At this moment, like, Robert walks up.
Acceptable, but I'd still like to ask you for a dance.
Okay, yeah, she'll agree with that. Like, I guess she has just enough patience to give you a dance.
Yeah.
So, Robert, you're walking up as they're going over to, like, the I assume that the whole feast hall has like benches along the outside, and there's like an open area for servers to cross and people to dance at. So you're like walking up as they're departing for there. What are you doing?
Hmm. Yeah, so Robert's actually gonna. He sees them going for a dance, so he goes. So he's gonna hang back actually and watch and see if how good a dancer Trumpet is, and he'll start chatting up one of the. He's gonna look for one of the serving maids, and he just start talking to her.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and
Are
he's
you
also gonna
running?
try and be.
I
He's gonna try and be
hesitate to say, are you
yeah,
running game on this woman? But
a little bit. This is Robert, so he doesn't know how not to speak to women and hit on her at the same
oh,
time.
very well.
Yeah,
So
but
if,
he's actually gonna go more for he's gonna try and do intrigue and flirting,
Oh,
but
okay, all
it's
right.
yeah.
so if Aurelius has managed to extricate himself at this point,
Yeah.
just to clarify, Robert is not married currently.
Yeah, Robert's not married right now.
In that case, can Aurelius sort of use his orate to act as wingman?
Yes. All right. So, what's happening, Robert? As you sit back, you see Trumpet like stepping on the Lady Adwin's like shoes. He's like tripping over people. He actually runs into a server at one point. It's really bad. He's drowning out there. Are you gonna talk to this noblewoman server, or are you gonna get in there and like tag him out?
So what Robert's gonna do actually at this point is he's gonna start trying to talk to this girl and start hitting on her or
Okay.
whatever.
All
'Cause-
right.
But he's just gonna burst out laughing when he sees Trumpet dancing on the floor, and he,
To each
and
their
he's
own,
gonna
I
be like,
suppose.
Yeah, Aurelius, you tell tales of Sir Robert. What particular tale are you telling to hype him up?
What's our best recent one? I think I will tell of the